Okay, good morning, everyone. I call the meeting of the Tahoe County Drainage District Board of Directors meeting to order. We start with a roll call to establish quorum.
Good morning, David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Eric Andu, Precinct 2.
Everardo Villarreal, Precinct 3.
Ellie Torres, Precinct 4.
Richard Cortez, County Judge, that constitutes a quorum. Mr. Singh, would you please lead us in prayer?
Yes, sir. Certainly will. Thank you, Judge. Let us pray. Father God, we continue to seek your clarity and your peace over all that is occurring in our country today. We know that you are with us and for us as we gather to seek your counsel. We continue to pray for the judge and the 4 commissioners you have appointed to lead this great county of ours. Pray for our mayors, school board members, city council, police chiefs, district attorneys, sheriff, judges, and all who serve our local communities. Strengthen them with wisdom and grace for the heavy burdens they carry. May they continue to manage their teams and projects with love. Keep their hearts pure and their eyes towards your face as they work in the best interest of the people they're called to serve. We continue to pray for the first responders, Father God, and their families. We lift them up to you. We ask for your grace, love, and wisdom be granted to the doctors and nurses dealing with the ill. We ask for your hand of peace and comfort over them and their families. We continue to lift up to you all those who are battling illnesses. We continue to pray for all that are sick. We ask for your healing hand over them. Provide their families with the peace that you can only bring through your Son, Jesus. We praise you for the healing that's come through you. We pray for those souls that have passed. May they be at peace resting at your side, Father God. We pray for strength over all that have lost someone. And may your strength carry them through all, and your grace, love, and mercy be over them. Lord Jesus, in the season of Lent, we want to draw closer to you. We believe that you truly became one of us to save us as an act of love beyond all human understanding. We know we can't count on you to carry us through each day. We know that in all circumstances you are with us. We want to love you more than ourselves and say yes to your will in every moment. We trust totally in your grace. And this Lent season, Father God, we want to learn to love you as you deserve, being the people you want us to be. Help us, Lord, to take advantage of this Lent to draw closer to you. Scripture reminds us that the more we seek you, the more we will find you. May we seek you in everything we do, and may we always work as we're working for you. Lead our surrendered hearts to the path of your peace today, and I ask all this in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Did anyone sign up for open forum?
Mr. Magnus.
There are 0 participants.
The next item.
Yes, sir. On the consent agenda, sir, we have the check register and all the other items that have been vetted by my team. Everything's in order. We do recommend approval of the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 5A, requesting approval
Mr.
to take.
Sising.
Yes.
My apologies. Mr.
Of course.
Sising, for the record, Commissioner Villarreal will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action related to Drainage District Agenda Item 5A.
5A, okay. 5A, requesting approval to execute amendment number 1 between Dow County District 1 and Gregory Strategies LLC for consulting services to seek grant funding for Dow County District number 1, C, ACD 1, 21-016-0316. This is an extension of the services that are being provided for another year.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show that Commissioner Yadav abstained from any action or vote.
Yes, sir. 5B, requesting approval to rescind action taken by the Board of Directors on December 14, 2021, agenda item 5B12A183800 for the approval of consent to assignment from Agundi Oil Company 2 Ltd. to Offen Petroleum LLC in connection with the amendment to the requirements agreement CACD 1 21041A1116.
So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Requesting approval to interlocal cooperation agreement between Dow County District 1 and Charlotte Independent School District as relates to 2018 bond project 25 Mission McAllen Radar Alternate. So we're going to be going through the school district's property. We save time and money working out interlocal with them, and we believe it's in the best interest of both parties. And everything's been reviewed by legal counsel. We recommend approval.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item D1, requesting approval to execute an auctioneer service agreement, Big D Tractor Company LLC, through the district's membership with PCA Cooperative Award Contract Number PCA-OD 32820 under its subcontractor Machinery Auctioneers South, subject to legal review.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 2, requesting approval to declare surplus on the list of items attached here, including i.e. vehicle units, heavy equipment, tractor shredders, general miscellaneous property for the purpose of sale through the auction in accordance with Texas Law Government Code 263152A1.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 3, requesting authority to publish advertisements for the auction of surplus items scheduled to be held on March 29th and 30th.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item 4, requesting authority to remove assets on the listed items attached herein from the Alcock County Jurisdiction Number 1 inventory list after finalizing the auction sale in the event no bids received.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item E, requesting approval to accept the professional consulting and web hosting service agreement with EasyTask.com, Inc. as it relates to web design and development for the Alcock County Jurisdiction Number 1 through the district membership with TIPS Cooperative Award Contract Number 19701, with authority for the Alcock County Jurisdiction General Manager as S&E to sign agreement, subject to final review and compliance House Bill 1295.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. F1, requesting approval to accept CSP response and award negotiated construction contract at the highest ranked contractor meeting all specified requirements, Chlor Equipment LLC for CSP number ACDD 122-001-1222 MSS, Alamo Expressway Drain Extension Improvement, quarter mile south of Moore Road to Interstate 2 in the amount of $804,994.04. Is approved for negotiations by the Board of Directors and addition to item 84558 on 2/8/22, subject to legal review and compliance House Bill 1295.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 2, pursuant to Texas Local Code 262031, in the interest of expediting the project's progress, requesting authority approval of General Manager, District General Manager to execute change orders that involve an increase or decrease in cost of $50,000 or less, in no event exceed change orders per statutory limits. The original contract price may not be decreased by 18% or more without consent of the contractor.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item G, pursuant to Texas Local Code 2631511, requesting approval to declare salvage and remove asset number 655-2016 Ford F-250 single cab long bed from the district's inventory due to accident.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item G1, requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements of Texas Local Code, Chapter 262024878, items for which competition is precluded because of existence of patents, copyrights, and secret process or monopolies in connection with Invarion Inc. for software license, updates, upgrades, maintenance, and technical support.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, thank you. Item 2, approval of sole source declaration of Invarion Inc. and the execution of the end-user license agreement for the purchase of Rapid Plan software license, updates, upgrades, maintenance, and technical support with the amount of $2,199 for the initial license and $799 annual renewal thereafter for as long as ACD1 possesses software with sole source declaration to remain in effect unless otherwise revoked by the Alcock County Jurisdiction 1 Board of Directors, subject to legal review.
So moved. Second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item A, acceptance and approval of pre-qualified firms submitting statements of qualification or establishment of a pool of engagement through statutory local protocol, i.e. nominations, evaluations, grading, scoring, presentation of the board for ranking, authority for negotiations for the final agreement, et cetera, on an as-needed basis per project. In the Alcock County Jurisdiction Number 1 requires said services set forth in the requirements stated in the request for qualifications packet for the following list of professional services: engineering services, HCD 12200502202, surveying service, ACDD 12200600202, with effective date of approved pools for the period of 1 year commencing March 12th, 2022.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item J, acceptance and approval of work session number 8 in the amount of $526,167.39 as admitted at B2Z Engineering LLC through contract number CACDD 121-026-0601 to provide construction material testing, geotechnical construction management inspections for various projects, B&G Club, RDF, South Lateral, RDF, Hidalgo Drain, and State Highway 365 outfall. So this is a reimbursable from the RMA, one of the interlocals that we have with them to provide these services.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item K1, approval of payment invoice 2526, 2021 RS in the amount of $48,324.18 from Alcock County Precinct 4 for reimbursement equipment and labor force for pay periods 25 to 26 of 2021. And if I may, approval of payment of invoice 0102-2022 RD for $71,074.15 and invoice 02-2022 SM from Hidalgo County Precinct 4 for reimbursement equipment and labor force for pay periods 1 and 2 of 2022.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 6A, requesting approval of closing documents, parcel 10A9, as it relates to the project 10A of the 2018 Drainage Bond Program. Ian Mercedes, and authority for the chairman of the board to execute documents subject to final legal review.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 6B, requesting approval to issue payment on the award of 3 special commissions to the amount of $2,500 each pertaining to condemnation proceedings for cost number CCD 0630H, parcel 8, Rebecca Jean Salinas.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. C1, requesting approval of application payment number 9 in the amount of $110,799 from HR Lee Service LLC pertaining to construction contract to Mission Lateral 2, construction contract CACD 120042098. Everything's in order. Recommend approval.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
PD Lateral Phase 2, Item 2, requesting approval of application payment number 8 in the amount of $123,612.03 from Morwell LLC pertaining to PD Lateral Phase 2 construction contract CACD 120290623. And if I may, Item 3, requesting approval of application payment number 11 in the amount of $56,430 for council prices pertaining to South Lateral Drain construction contract CACD 707. Everything's in order for those 2 items. Recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 7A1, requesting approval of application payment number 8 in the amount of $47,485.12 for council enterprises as it pertains to Mission Inlet Construction Contract, CACD 120020211. Item 2, requesting approval of application payment number 3 in the amount of $100,077.53 for council enterprises as it pertains to Westico Drain Construction Contract, CACD 121071006-1. And then item 3, requesting acceptance and approval of certificate of construction completion, certificate of construction completion from Venture Contractors LLC pertaining to FM 495 and down the drain lateral construction contract, CCD 11804900925, and requesting approval of application payment number 5, retainage plus interest for a total amount of $33,180.04 from Venture Contractors LLC pertaining to construction contract FM 495 and down the lateral construction contract, CCD 11804900925. Everything's in order. Recommend approval for those items.
So moved.
Motion. Second.
We have a motion to approve item 7A, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Do we need to go to closed
We
session?
do have a real estate matters.
Chief, why do we need an auctioneer if you can do it?
He can start to talk fast enough, right? Pursuant to subchapter D of chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, we'll be going into closed session to discuss items listed in code section 551.072 and 551.074. I have a motion to do so.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. It is 9:51. Okay, we're back from executive session. We do have one action item.
On item 9B, a motion is needed to authorize council to proceed as discussed in closed meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I believe that concludes all of our agenda items, but I have a motion to adjourn.
Motion made.
Thank you, Judge Commissioner.
I'll second it. All in favor to adjourn?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are adjourned. Okay, good morning again. And I'll call the meeting of the Commissioners Court to order. We'll start with a roll call to establish quorum.
Good morning, David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Eddie got through precinct 2?
Everardo Villarreal, Precinct 3.
Ellie Torres, Precinct 4.
Richard Cortez, County Judge. That constitutes a quorum. Today, we're honored to have Mr. Aaron Luis Moreno. He lives in Edinburgh, Texas. He served in the U.S. Navy from November of 1986 to November of '89. His rank was Petty Officer, 3rd Class. He served on the USS Enterprise CVN-65 aircraft carrier, and he served in the Gulf War of the Gulf of Oman, operating praying mantis. He then left and served in the U.S. Army Reserve for 2 years. His grandfather served in World War II, and he wants to thank all of the veterans, both men and women who served in the armed forces. Would you please lead us in prayer? And
Yes.
thank you.
In the pledge?
I pledge allegiance.
Yes, okay. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Judge.
And thank you very much for your service. Next, we're honored to have the Honorable Judge Sergio Valdez. He is the judge of the County Court of Law number 7. He will be leading us in today's prayer. Judge?
Thank you. I ask that we bow our heads as we take this moment of prayer. Dear Lord, as we come together, you have reminded us of how blessed we are to live in this democratic country. And so we ask, dear Lord, that you keep safe all the people of Ukraine and what their country is going through today. We ask that you give the Ukrainian leadership the strength and wisdom to make decisions to help them succeed as they continue to suffer from unjustified attacks. We ask that you give the Ukrainian soldiers the fortitude to continue their efforts in repelling these unjustified attacks. But dear Lord, we especially ask that you keep safe all of the innocent people who are attempting to seek refuge from these unjustified attacks. Dear Lord, we are reminded and we are grateful that we are allowed to live in this great democracy of ours. We ask that you also give our county leaders the wisdom and fortitude to make those decisions that continue to protect our county of Hidalgo. We also pray for all of those families which have lost a loved one to COVID. In your name we pray, amen.
Thank you, Judge. Next item is your approval of the consent agenda.
Judge, Commissioners, with your permission, I'd like to pull consent agenda item 9A, 1 and 2.
Make a motion to approve the rest of the consent?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge, Commissioners, for the record, Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action regarding consent agenda item 9A, 1 and 2.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item is open forum.
Mr. Magnus?
Yes, first up, we have Ms. Fern McClurdy.
Ms. Fern, there is a 3-minute time limit. I will advise when there is 1 minute, and I will start when you start.
Got two things to talk today. See the little bag? I did a open records here a few years ago, and each elected official spends taxpayers' money and buys bags like this, buys cups, buys drinking, buy all kinds of pens, pencils, whatever to give out. And on this one, at the Hidalgo County Clerk, they informed me that he pays for these himself, all of his advertising that's there. And that's the way it should be. It should come out of each one of your campaign finances that you have. Why do the taxpayers of Hidalgo pay for this? So I'm very grateful to Arturo Guajardo Jr. for paying for this stuff himself so that it looks right. But we spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on the items to promote y'all. And y'all are elected officials, use your own money, or else have it say, taxpayers of Hidalgo County. That would be fine for each one of your departments, but y'all, shame on y'all, just unbelievable. Today also, I have an item on the agenda at 17M, and my question is that we're paying, this is a building that we're leasing, renting, whatever you want to call it, $13,500 a month times 36 months. That's $486,000 total, best of my ability of getting the numbers, or $162,000 a year. And I'm sorry, we're flushing that money down the toilet. For how many years have we leased or rented this building? So y'all can buy a building north of town to put masks and had to have forklifts and we had to have everything. How about a building that saves us money, that we're not giving it to someone else, that we own it? Y'all are good at buying property. How about finding a building? And for this kind of money, you always say, it's cheaper right now. Everything's cheap. Well, let's do the money here and let's get this lease off because we're just giving that money. You might as well just flush it. So I'm just asking y'all to do the right thing with taxpayers' money. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Magnus?
Next up, we have Angelica Alguin.
Buenos días.
Buenos dias. Hay un límite de 3 minutos. Yo le voy a avisar cuando le sobre un minuto, ¿ok?
Gracias.
Ok, gracias.
Ok, buenos días. Mi nombre es Angélica Holguín y vengo de la colonia Eduardos número 4. También soy miembro de Lupe. Estoy aquí para principalmente agradecer a nuestros comisionados por darnos la oportunidad de hablar con ustedes y venir a convivir aquí con ustedes. En específico, me quiero referir a nuestro representante de nuestro precinto, que es Mr. Villarreal. Muchas gracias por el apoyo. Lo sigo en Facebook. Todos los días le pongo like porque estoy mirando todo el cambio que está haciendo. Estamos agradecidos. En segundo, en 2018 nos instalaron las lámparas en nuestra colonia, en Eduardos 4. Está muy bien, nos ha ayudado mucho este servicio, mas sin embargo queremos pedir que instalen un poco más de lámparas porque hay unas áreas donde no llega la luz, que están muy oscuras, en específico hasta el fondo de la colonia. Ahí en una de las áreas vive una persona ya de edad avanzada y queremos que tenga la más seguridad posible. Por eso les pedimos que agreguen lámparas específicamente para esa área donde no llega nada de alumbrado. Muchas gracias por su tiempo, muchas gracias, Mr. Villarreal, y esperamos que nos brinden esa ayuda inmediata que necesitamos especialmente para esta persona de la edad avanzada. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Good morning. My name is Angelica Holguin. I am here representing the Colonia Eduardos number 4. I am also a member of Lupe, and I am here, first of all, to thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak with you and for the support that you have provided to our Colonia. Specifically, I want to address Precinct 3, Everardo Villarreal. I follow you on Facebook. I give you like every day. In 2018, there were some lights installed in our colonia. Those were so good, they help us, but there are still some areas in the colonia that are still in the dark, specifically at the end of the colonia where there is a senior person that lives there, and that area is really dark. We are asking for your immediate support so that we can add some lights to this area. Thank you very much.
Mr. Magnus?
Next up, we have Teresa Carosa.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for your time today.
Can you get the micro?
Yes.
Ms. Carosa, there's a 3-minute time limit. I'll advise you when there's 1 minute left, okay?
All right, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. My name is Teresa Cardosa. I'm also an active Lupe member at the moment. I'm representing the Diamond L division in Precinct 3. My street itself has a lot of problems. There's a lot of potholes. Unfortunately, every time the repairs come, they're usually shabby, done very fast, and it needs repairs within the next week, within the next month. At the moment, our potholes are so bad, we have to get maintenance on our tires about every 2 weeks. There's also very poor lighting at night. We also have overcrowding on our street, so at night, a lot of our neighbors, they're elderly, they like to take walks around 6, 7 p.m. It's already very dark, and it's very hard to see them, as well as their dogs. They have dogs, they like to take on walks with them as well. Unfortunately, we do have some accidents where we run over beloved pets, or maybe have some accidents where we might hit a car that's parked a little too out to the street. I've had that happen to me as well. So if I could just have someone pay a little more attention to that every now and then. Of course, we do have the basic repairs, but I believe our street is a little overdue for some R&R and a good repair. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr. Magnus?
Next up, we have Elizabeth Rodriguez.
Good morning, commissioners, and buenos días a todos aquí. My name is Elizabeth Rodriguez, and I am a community organizer with Lupe, La Unión del Pueblo Entero. I am also the farm worker advocate. Currently, I organize in Precinct 3. I just want to congratulate Richard Cortez, Eli Torres, and all the commissioners that were up for re-election and won. Congratulations. We look forward to working with all of you. Thank you so much for working with us and listening to the voices of the community, helping our community with their worries, with their concerns, and with the issues that we have in the community. We really appreciate working with all of you all, and congratulations. We look forward to continue working with all of you.
Thank you. Mr. Magnus?
Next up, we have Gresilda Perez.
Buenos días a todos los presentes, en especial al señor Villarreal. Mi nombre es Griselda Pérez, representante a la colonia Eduardos 4. Soy miembro activo en la Unión del Pueblo y lo que vengo aquí a decir es que estamos pidiendo que se nos ilumine aún más nuestra colonia. Estamos en ese proceso que no se terminó y sobre todo que no ha sido suficiente. Todos estuvimos de acuerdo en que se nos cobraría un porcentaje, pero es muy poca la iluminación. Ha habido accidentes donde han chocado una cerca. Por las noches hay carreras de conductores inconscientes y cuando uno quiere ver, pues ya no están. Se fueron y no se alcanza a ver. Torre de policía ya la hemos tenido. Hemos tenido reuniones con los policías también y no ha sido suficiente. Yo por favor pido, ¿verdad?, que se nos tome un poquito en cuenta lo que estamos pidiendo. Otro tema también que quiero tocar es topes. Necesitamos topes grandes o chicos, pero igual se necesitan. Lo que queremos para ver y ayudarnos un poco en ese problema. Ya no queremos estar así, necesitamos iluminación, necesitamos topes, necesitamos que nos escuchen, que nos atiendan y de igual manera yo los invito un día a que visiten nuestra colonia y miren con sus propios ojos lo que nos hace falta. Señor Villarreal, le esperamos que ser escuchados y atendidos y es nuestra petición. Más alumbrado porque no es suficiente, topes se necesitan para bajar un problema de estas carreras por las noches, velocidades altas, entre el día, porque pues conductores inconscientes hay todos los días. Y yo les doy las gracias a todos por escucharme y gracias a nuestra organización, la Unión del Pueblo, que siempre nos ha apoyado y esperamos ver y escuchar una respuesta también de ustedes. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Gracias.
Good morning. My name is Griselda Perez, and I am here representing the Colonia Eduardos number 4. I want to thank especially Mr. Villarreal. I am also an active member of La Unión del Pueblo. I am asking for more lighting to be installed in our colonia. We are in that process, but it was not finished and it has not been enough. We were all in agreement that we were gonna pay a percentage, but it's still very low, not enough lighting. There has been an accident. There has been a wreck in a fence at night. There is car racing. By the time we want to go outside and see who it is or what type of cars, they are gone. There have been police towers, but they stop them while they're there, but when they're no longer there, they keep doing the same. Another subject that I want to touch here is that speed bumps. We need speed bumps and speed bumps, lighting, and we need also to be heard. I invite you to go to our colonia to see with your own eyes what's happening, and I thank you, everyone, for listening to me, and thank you also to Lupe, who has been supporting us all the time.
Mr. Magnus?
There are no more speakers.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Next item, we have a proclamation declaring March 21st COVID-19 Memorial Day. You know, this proclamation is just another step in looking beyond this pandemic and restoring a sense of normal to our community. Today marks the 733rd day of emergency operations in Hidalgo County. It seems like only yesterday we started. Yesterday also, the world's death toll from COVID-19 reached more than 6 million people. And in Hidalgo County, we were approaching 4,000 deaths. This has been a terrible disease, but there's good news that our vaccination rates are high and the number of people that are going to the hospital for this virus is now dropping. To mark the official COVID Memorial Day, we intend to host an interdenominational prayer service on March the 21st. The details of this prayer service are coming, but I hope that we'll get community-wide participation for this very important thing. And today, we'd like to read this proclamation, Misty.
Thank you, Judge. Proclamation declaring March 21st COVID-19 Memorial Day. Whereas on March 11, 2020, the World Health Organization formally declared COVID-19 a global pandemic. And whereas just 10 days later, on March 21, 2020, the first diagnosed case of COVID-19 in Hidalgo County was confirmed. And whereas since that first confirmed case in Hidalgo County, nearly 200,000 more of our family, friends, and neighbors have been infected with the virus, and an additional 78 million of our fellow citizens have been infected in the United States. And whereas this disease has claimed the lives of nearly 4,000 Hidalgo County residents, as well as the lives of nearly 1 million of our fellow citizens in the United States. And whereas beyond the physical toll, the Brookings Institute estimates that COVID-19 has caused a 3.5% contraction of the global economy in 2020 alone, the largest contraction since World War II. And whereas Hidalgo County will have been under emergency operations status for 746 continuous days on March 21st, 2022, testing all of Hidalgo County government to respond like few times before in its history, particularly the Office of Emergency Management and the Department of Health and Human Services. And whereas other entities in Hidalgo County, such as our first responders, our healthcare professionals, our educators, our business community, and our essential workers have contributed to the well-being of our community at this critical time. And whereas all the residents of Hidalgo County have been impacted by this largest health crisis in a century, and their response proved inspirational as neighbor banded with neighbor and demonstrated the virtues of community. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court designates the 21st day of each March as Hidalgo County COVID-19 Memorial Day, and asks all residents to use this fateful anniversary as a day of remembrance, reflection, and resolve on behalf of those family, friends, and neighbors who succumbed to this terrible virus, and prayers for the continued healing of those who have survived. Approve this 8th day of March 2022.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners.
Here to accept the proclamation, we have our Director of Public Health, Mr. Eddie Olivares, and our Chief of Emergency Management, Mr. Ricardo Saldana. Gentlemen, thank you very much for the work that you did.
Judge, I just want to say, with your permission, a few words. I want to thank Commissioners Court, primarily each of you, the judge, each commissioner, each precinct. Thank all our nurses, all our public health care workers, our emergency responders, all the doctors and nurses that work in the hospitals, all the staff. This has been very trying for the last 2 years. There's thousands of people to thank. But most importantly, sir, just thank God that we all work together and we're able to get through this. So on behalf of Hidalgo County Health and Human Services, all my nurses, staff, and everyone, thank you very much.
Again, echoing what Mr. Olivares mentioned, as you all know, this 2-year period, we went through a hurricane and we went to a very hard freeze. 1 in 20 and 1 in 21, and then the 2 years of this pandemic. Then we got hit with another stage of the Omicron virus, and it looks like we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. But if you remember, 2 years ago, this coming weekend was basically our last free weekend. After that, everything went south per se. But again, without you all's leadership and the team that we have in Hidalgo County and all our municipalities, we wouldn't have gotten through this together. I want to thank you all for your leadership and the continuous work that you do for the citizens of Hidalgo County and the collaboration that you have done with all our municipal partners, state and federal partners, to get through this. Again, thank you all very much for your leadership. Good.
Okay, we also have one more proclamation declaring March as National Nutrition Month. Misty, introduce our guests here
Well,
and read the proclamation, yeah.
okay, no problem. Thank you, Judge. Proclamation declaring March as National Nutrition Month. Whereas Hidalgo County has long been challenged with a high rate of obesity and a high rate of diabetes. And whereas health experts continue to offer growing evidence of the importance of a healthy diet, and as part of this effort to teach the public about healthy eating, the Academic of Nutrition and Dietetics created a campaign in 1973 that evolved into each March being called National Nutrition Month. And whereas this year's theme, Celebrate a World of Flavors, embraces global cultures, cuisine, and inclusivity, plus highlights the expertise of registered dietitian nutritionists. And whereas the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics encourages everyone to eat right, bite by bite. This Eat Right campaign includes the advice that a registered dietitian nutritionist can help you create healthy habits that celebrate your heritage and introduce you to new foods and flavors. And whereas during National Nutrition Month, the Academy encourages everyone to make informed food choices and develop sound eating and physical activity habits they can follow all year long. And whereas the second Wednesday of March is Registered Dietitian Nutritionist Day, an annual celebration of the dedication of RDNs as the leading advocates for advancing the nutritional status of Americans and people around the world. This year's observance will be March 9th. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby declares March as National Nutrition Month and encourages its residents to follow healthy eating and exercise habits. Approve this 8th day of March 2022.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Judge, Commissioners, I'd like to introduce Dr. Andrea Valdez. She would actually be introducing all the nutritionists here.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Dr. Andrea Valdez, Texas A&M AgriLife Extension. I'm here with my partners, a group of RGV dietitians, UTRGV, and UCD. And we really thank you for this proclamation as we share the wealth of health and wellness all year long, but particularly in March to focus on National Nutrition Month. So I'd like to thank all of the partners and all of the employees that work with y'all for all the work that you do. We wouldn't have our recipes without your knowledge, so thank you, everyone.
Well, thank you. So the tripas and mojita tacos I had yesterday, is that a no?
Any health initiatives that you guys want to, let us know. Yes. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you.
Okay, we have somebody that needs to go to another meeting. I'm going to move item 18C up. We have Mr. Cannon here to talk to us about the Hidalgo County Active Mobility Plan. Welcome.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. Morning. Got it so well.
Manny is here too, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case. Good to see everybody in person.
Thank you for coming, Andrew. If you don't mind explaining the, Judge, I'm not sure. Discussion, consideration, action on contribution request by the Lower Rio Grande Council regarding the Hidalgo County Activity Mobility Plan. If you don't mind
Yes, sir.
explaining.
This is a plan that was submitted by the LRGVDC to the RGV MPO for funding through our TASA, our alternative grant program, and they were awarded. With that comes a partnership to come up with this regional transportation and tourism plan. I think that I've sent that over for everyone, hopefully for your review. I think it's a great plan. What we're essentially asking is the county for an initial investment of $264,000. But that is a reimbursable program, and through the program, the county would be reimbursed back $148,500 of that. So the net sum to the county would be $115,500. And this would be a regional plan to make sure that we have connectivity between all of our hike and bike trail programs, as well as those points of interest on destinations. I know Commissioner Cantu has built a really great program through a really great park and trail process through our program. I know that, Commissioner, you're also investing quite a bit of money on it as well. So there's definitely the drive and the initiative for that. And this will be something that will eventually hopefully connect up with our partners in Cameron County too, as we move forward on those programs. But that's what we're here for today, to try to see if we can get county support with moving forward with this.
So I think all of us have been, interested in expanding our hike and bike trails and try to connect within each other. Obviously, you, Eddie, were out there way before a lot of us had the opportunity to do that, but I know that we're all interested in connecting our areas, and if we can all interconnect, I think that would be great. The reason they're coming here is, as a county, we have a chance to invest in the entire area, where our cities may participate, some of them may, they're gonna have the option of participating, correct? Anybody that does participate, that would be reimbursed to us as well, is that correct?
Yes, we can definitely.
Yeah, so we're gonna reach out to all the communities to see if they wanna participate in this, financially anyway. But I think as a region, as the entire county, I think it would benefit us all to kind of know how we can work together to try to make all these trails connect and provide alternative ways for mobility. So I just wanted to bring that here to court for consideration. We'll obviously have to find the money somewhere, but it's not, with the reimbursable part of it, I think it's just a small participation.
And if I can, Commissioner, I think everything you said is fantastic and on point. I just also like to add that we don't want to focus solely on that. We're also looking at this as a tourism study as well, to see what the return on the investment for the infrastructure could be to the area, because as we know through studies that have been done countlessly throughout the United States, that there's this definite dollar value to that infrastructure being in place for the tourism market, and especially with the winter Texans that we have come down here. So we're hoping to be able to show back to the county as a whole what that investment in that system would look like and the return on that dollars for that tourism money as well, with the butterflies and with the birding centers that we have, and with more growth happening towards the east, all of the attractions. I think that there's a real opportunity here also to show the county what the return on that investment would be for that, helping us move forward with this infrastructure.
When you think about hike and bike trails, they're multi-million-dollar investments. For instance, Precinct 2's cost $11 million, and some of the other precincts are looking at doing their own trails, and they're all multi-million dollars. What Cameron County has invested is millions and millions of dollars. So this number, when it may look like a significant number, it's really relatively small in the grand scheme of things, and might as well have them connecting so that we can have transportation that works. No matter what, I'm in agreement, but this may even qualify under our ARPA funds. But I like it.
Do we have a number?
264, okay.
Yes, sir. The initial investment is 264, with 148,000 of that being reimbursed back to the county. It's just that it's a reimbursable program, so essentially we need someone to spend the money up front for us. And then the net to the county would be 115,500 on the total investment.
And just one more comment. I was in school in San Antonio in the early 90s, and they didn't have any trails. And now if you look at their trail system, I don't even know how many miles they have, but I know that in one trail they have 64 miles. And so in the last 30 years, they've had a huge investment. And so we're in the prime time to actually start building our trail system like the other big cities.
And at 50% participation, to me, it's a worthwhile study.
I make a motion to approve.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much, John.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners. Y'all have a great day.
Appreciate it, thank you, guys.
Judge.
Thank you, Judge, for moving that up. Appreciate it.
We have one more that needs to go to a meeting. I'll move item 18B, presentation of delinquent court fines and fees report.
Good morning, Judge, honorable members of the Commissioners Court. For the record, my name is Iram Gutierrez. I'm the managing partner for Purdue Brandon's Valley office. And we're here to present you with the delinquent court fine and fees report for the period January 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2021. With that have been said, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Dan Romo, who is in charge of business development for our court fine and fees collections. Dan?
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. We're happy to present our annual collection report for 2021. Please, next slide. We started off in January of 2020, and obviously a little thing called COVID came that year, and so we had just kind of gotten the program started, but because of the COVID concerns, we suspended our collection activities. So 2020 was, as far as the collection activities, it was a pretty slow year. Next slide, please. We currently collect for the county clerk's office, which handles your delinquent county court at law and district court collections, as well as the JP collections for your justice of the peace courts. We have 7 of the 9 justice of the peace courts that we're providing collection services for. And please, next slide. Our activities here for last year, you can see we mailed 272,000 letters. We address research, which is a big part of this business. It's trying to find people, locate people. We skip traced over 30,000 defendants, multiple phone contacts. You know, we're trying to get a hold of your defendants, remind them of their obligations that they owe to your courts. And so we're just constantly reminding the defendants to fulfill their obligations that they owe to Hidalgo County. Next slide, please. So our overall collections, now this is cash collected for your courts, was a little over $3.5 million. And as you can see, there's a breakdown, how it breaks down to your Justice of the Peace courts was a little over $3.3 million, a little over $156,000 for your district courts, and a little over $89,000 for your county courts at law. Obviously, when you get into your district court and your county court type receivables, those are a little bit larger balances there, so sometimes those are a little tougher to collect. Obviously, the Justice of the Peace courts are your traffic tickets and your simple Class C misdemeanor violations. Next slide, please. So total liquidated for last year, for 2021, we liquidated a little over $5.1 million, and so that includes the $3.5 million along with a little over $1.5 million on resolution. Now, those are cases where some form of alternative disposition of the case was resolved through community service or jail credit or something of that nature, or that the fines were closed somehow through the courts. So if that's a total liquidation of 5.1, which was pretty good considering 2021, we really weren't sure how that year was going to handle, but overall, we saw around the state that I think with the stimulus money and income tax, defendants, found a way to go ahead and take care of some of their cases. Next slide, please. So this is kind of a graph just kind of showing you these debts and how whenever the total portfolio for Hidalgo County, just so you can kind of see where, your top zip code, this is just kind of a nice little chart just to kind of see, all right, where are all these fines coming from around Hidalgo County. So that's just some good information there, just so you can kind of get a good idea. Next slide, please. Now, this is the one where you can really see that when it comes to especially your traffic tickets, your JP courts, people come from all over. I mean, we're collecting in all 50 states. We're collecting in Mexico and Canada. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of work there and trying to find people. And, a lot of people love to come down the valley and they don't live here. And so they like to get a ticket and then fly away back home. And so as you can see, we're always having to constantly keep our collection efforts and reminding them of their obligations to Hidalgo County. So I also want to update y'all on our current project that we have right now that's initiated and started last week. It's called our Case Resolution Campaign, and this is a timely deal where every year, and it used to be called Warrant Roundup, we kind of rebranded it to Case Resolution because obviously due to COVID and all that, there's nobody rounding up anybody nowadays, and especially you do not want to put Class C misdemeanors in your jails. And so we kind of rebranded it to a resolution because we're just trying to, again, remind defendants that there's ways for them to resolve, their outstanding cases with your JP courts, with your county clerk's office. And so we do a specialized mailing of postcards to all your defendants that have an outstanding balance with Hidalgo County. And so we support that with media ads. You'll probably see them around town. We've got outdoor billboards. We've got newspaper. We've got web apps. We're really trying to create an awareness out there for defendants, again, to try to remind them to come in and to talk with the courts and resolve it anyway. Hey, if you can get money, that's great. If they can resolve it, they can do community service. There's always something but it's just about trying to get these defendants back into the courts, and so that way they can work with them to, resolve their case without further action going upon them. Lastly, I just want to give kudos out to your JP courts and your county clerk's office. Our success are only as good as the partnership that we have with those courts, so I want to commend, the JPs and their clerks and the hard work that they do in the county clerk's office, in-house collection department. Hey, this is a team effort. These receivables are not easy, as you guys know, and so you just have to remain consistent and continue to keep trying to do the best job you can and collect. And so with that, I'm open for any questions that y'all may have for us.
Good. Thank you. Thank you for a good report and good work. Anyone have any questions? We thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I was kind of thinking all those people, audience, were here for our report, but I guess they all left. I guess, we had good stuff, it's money, So, thank y'all very much.
Okay, we're back to a regular agenda item. We'd go back to 7A, District Attorney's Office. But by the way,
Good morning.
did we act on 9A, 1 and 2? I'm having a senior moment.
No, not yet, Judge. The Urban County public hearing?
No, well, the ones that we took out of consent.
Yes.
Oh,
We did?
yes,
We did?
yes.
Okay,
Oh, 9A, want to be, yes, we did.
okay. 7A,
Good morning, Judge Cortez and Commissioners. Rosalinda Cantu presenting for the District Attorney's Office. Item 7A, District Attorney's Office, the Law Enforcement Officer Standards and Education, Fund 1220. We're asking for approval of certification of revenues by the County Auditor's Office for the 2022 LEOSE allocation of the District Attorney's Office in the amount of $1,067.90 from the State Comptroller, and approval to appropriate the same.
Motion to approve?
Second.
we have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 7B, discussion, consideration, and action acknowledging the memorandum of understanding between the Rio Grande Empowerment Zone Victims of Crime Program and the Hidalgo County Criminal District Attorney's Office, with authority for Criminal District Attorney Ricardo Rodriguez Jr. to sign.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries.
Can I proceed to the HIDA Task Force?
Yes.
Item 8A, HIDA Task Force Fund 1291. We're asking for approval to accept the fiscal year 20 reprogram request from South Texas HIDA for fiscal year 2020 grant funds and related interdepartmental transfer.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 8B, request following invoice as claims with authority for county treasurer to issue payment after review and auditing procedures are completed by county auditor, asking for approval to pay invoice number 788924.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Urban County, Mr. Avila.
Yes, good morning, Judge, Commissioners. For item 9A, it's to hold a public hearing considering public comments for revisions to the Hidalgo County Urban County Program Citizen Participation Plan.
Motion to approve?
Second.
No, well, we,
We're going to hold a public hearing.
okay.
I declare the public hearing now open. Do we have anybody sign up to speak to us?
And the changes, if I may, Judge, Commissioners, the changes we added to the Citizen Participation Plan is just a clause that the County of Hidalgo is able to go ahead and apply for the Section 108 loan guarantee funds.
Okay. So the motion is to approve that?
That's on item A2, approval of the Hidalgo County Urban County Program Citizen Participation Plan as submitted.
Okay.
Motion to approve?
You want to close the public hearing? Okay. Let's close the public hearing. Let's close the public hearing.
Okay.
Make sure there's no.
Yeah, that's why. I now close the public hearing, and we move to item A2, and we have a motion and a second to approve it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
For item 9B1, requesting exception from competitive bidding requirements under the Texas Local Government Code 262.024A4 for professional engineering services.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And for B2, presentation of the scoring grid for the purpose of ranking by Commissioners Court of at least 3 engineering firms from the county's approved pool as graded and evaluated by the City of Progreso, the Irving County Program, and the Hidalgo County Purchasing Department in connection with the funded through the Hidalgo County Irving County Program year 2021. This is for the Progreso Street Improvement Funds with Las Cámaras LLC, doing business as Fulcrum Consulting Services, as with a grade of 92.67. Guzman and Munoz Engineering with a grade of 91.33, and Isaguirre Engineering Services with a 90%. Would you like for me to rank them as called?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And for item B3, authority to negotiate a professional engineering service contract with the #1 ranked firm of Las Cámaras LLC for the provisions of engineering service for an Irving County Program year 2021 Progreso Street Improvements Project.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
For 9C1, requesting exception from competitive bidding requirements under the Texas Local Government Code 262.024A4 for professional engineering services.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And for item C2, presentation of the scoring grid for the purposes of ranking by Hidalgo County Commissioners Court of at least 3 engineering services firms from the county's approved pool of as graded and evaluated by the Irving County Program, Hidalgo County Purchasing Department in connection with and funded through the Hidalgo County Irving County's Program Year 2021 City of Palview Street Improvement Funds with Hinojosa Engineering, Inc. with an 87.3, South Texas Infrastructure LLC 85.3, and M2 Engineering LLC with 82.6.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
For item C3, authority to negotiate a professional engineering service contract with the #1 ranked firm of Hinojosa Engineering, Inc. for the provision and surveying and engineering services for Hidalgo County Irving County Program Year 2021 City of Palview Street Improvements Project.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And for item 9D, it's the presentation of the scoring grid for purpose of ranking qualifying by Commissioner of the 4 responses received, evaluated and graded by the appointed designated committee via Commissioners Court Agenda AI 83603 in the connection with and funded through the Hidalgo County Irving County Program Year 2020 CDBG CV Health Facility Improvements Project Funds. The team actually met, we actually ranked, and we ranked the contractors with Econ with a 92.25%, ICE with a 91.75%, NM Contracting 88.25%, and Holtzbont at 86.75. This is for the health facilities lab. So Econ is being recommended by being ranked #1.
Motion to approve?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And for D2, authority for Hidalgo County Irving County Program to begin negotiations with the #1 ranked firm of Econ for the construction of a health facility in the connection with and funded through Hidalgo County Irving County Programs Year 2020 CDBG CV Health Facility Improvement Funding.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And for 9E, subject to compliance with House Bill 1295, the Hidalgo County Program is requesting consideration and action to award and enter into construction contract with RG Enterprises LLC, doing business as G&G Contractors, the lowest responsible bidder in the amount of $483,231.56, utilizing the Urban County Program funds from fiscal years 2018, 2019, and 2021, Elsa Parks Recreational Facilities.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
For 9F, authority to negotiate a professional engineering service contract with the second or with the third highest ranked firm for the provisions of engineering services for an Urban County Program Year 34, which is year 2021, Progreso Parks Recreational Facilities. We tried to negotiate with the highest rank, and they said they had too much, that they couldn't do the project.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And final for 9G, requesting authority to enter into a 36-month capital lease agreement with GE Capital Ryoki USA for 2 digital copiers, Ryoki IM 5000, Ryoki IMC 4500, through the Hidalgo County participating membership with DIR Cooperative Contract, DIR CPO 4435, in the amount of $784 per month, effective on delivery, installation, and subject to House Bill 1295 compliant when and if applicable. The lease payments includes service plan with consumables for 2 copiers.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Overland.
Thank you, Judge Commissioners.
Constable Precinct 4, Mr. Gaitan.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. 10A, discussion, consideration, and approval for the Constable Precinct 4 Department to apply for the participation in the Defense Logistic Agency Disposition Services Program, formerly the Texas 1033 Surplus Property Program.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you,
Thank you,
Constable.
Judge, Commissioners. That's all I have.
Ms. Reina, Human Resources.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners. Erika Reina for the Department of Human Resources. Item 11A, I'm requesting a waiver of the following if applicable for the personnel items listed. I need action on item number 3, the budget amendment policy, personnel-related amendments.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 11B, approval to appoint Malikarjun D. Lalgandar, student at UTRGV, as an intern under the Hidalgo County Weight Lactation Care Center for the period of March 14, 2022 through March 31st, 2022. Everything is in accordance to policy. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 11C for the classification and compensation plan. C1, approval of the following classified position inventory list change effective upon Commissioners Court approval. Judge Commissioners, I am requesting the regrade of the Victims Unit Director from a current grade of 16 to a proposed grade of 19. This is due to the previous director of recently separating. The program has grown tremendously from its initial status in 2015, both in size and complexity, including new services that are now offered for domestic violence and juvenile victims. The regrade is necessary to attract the necessary experience for this position. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
I have a question. Ms. Erica, I think I saw there that the difference is going to be made up through a grant. Is that correct?
Correct. This is going to be entirely grant funded.
So it's entirely grant funded?
The change in regrade, yes, ma'am.
Okay, not the difference in the regrading.
Right, this is a grant funded position.
Okay.
That's what I understood too. The county does not put any money.
Okay.
It's through the grant.
It's through the grant.
100%.
Okay.
And that person is in charge of writing the grants.
Okay.
So that's
Correct.
also an initiative for them to obviously try to get as many grants as possible.
Okay, I thought it was being supplemented by a grant. Okay.
We have a motion to second. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 11C2, approval to revise the classified position inventory list.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 11D for facilities management, approval to award a discretionary step for the employee listed below after approval of HR criteria certification in accordance with Section 8.03 of the Classification and Compensation Plan, effective upon Commissioners Court approval. This is for a discretionary step 2 for slot 0146, the Assistant Director of Facilities Management. Everything has been reviewed as is in accordance with policy. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries.
Item 11E for the Public Defender, approve the following personnel actions effective the next full pay period, March 14, 2022 as follows. This is to delete slot 0010, a legal assistant 1 at a grade 6, and create slot 0025, a legal assistant 2 at a grade 8. Judge, Commissioners, this change is necessary being that this is the only legal assistant position that the entire Public Defender's Department has. And in order to assist the attorneys, we do require someone that comes in with some legal experience, and this grade will allow them to attract that candidate. I do recommend approval.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 11F, Precinct 3, Road and Bridge, approval to award a discretionary step for the employee listed below after approval of HR criteria certification in accordance with Section 8.03 of the Classification and Compensation Plan, effective upon Commissioners Court approval. This is for a discretionary step 4 for slot 0001, the Chief Administrator. Everything has been reviewed and is in accordance with policy. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 11G for Precinct 2 of Road and Bridge, approval to create the following full-time temporary position effective March 14, 2022 through September 11, 2022 as follows. This is to create slot T115, a mechanic 1 at a grade 6, and this is a temporary position that's needed to assist office needs.
Motion to
I do
approve?
recommend approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 11H for the 206th District Court, approve the following personnel actions effective upon Commissioners Court approval. This is to delete the interpreter allowance from slot 0004 in the amount of $6,000 and add the interpreter allowance to slot 0006 in the same amount. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 11I for Precinct 3, Road and Bridge, approve the following personnel action effective the next full pay period, March 14, 2022 through September 14, 2022 as follows. This is to add a supplemental allowance to slot 0114, road maintenance foreman in the amount of $3,500. This employee will temporarily assume additional duties, including additional supervisory duties, and this amount will be prorated between now and September 14, 2022. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Health and Human Services Department, Mr. Olivares.
Judge, Commissioners, Eddie Olivares, Hidalgo County Health and Human Services. We have a couple of items today. Item 12A is requesting approval of certification of revenue by county auditor in the amount of $35,000 and appropriations of the same. The additional amount is for program income earned by the immunization program to date from what has been projected. So I'd like to get authorization for this, sir.
So move.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B is requested approval to accept the COVID-19 immunization grant contract HHS 00101950000022, amendment number 2 for the county judge to e-sign the amendment. And the purpose of the amendment is to allow the purchase of incentives for COVID-19 activities and establish requirements related in distribution of such incentives. This is a request by the state, and the state has asked that we could incentivize for vaccines, and we're following through with that, sir. We brought this to court already.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
That's it, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Olivares. Mr. Longoria, Community Service Agency.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. Jaime Longoria with the Hidalgo County Community Service Agency. Item A is discussion, consideration, and possible action to accept the Comprehensive Energy Assistance Program, CEP contract number 5822-000-3581 for fiscal year 2022 in the amount of $6,099,007 from the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs, with authorization for Jaime Longoria to electronically sign any and all pertinent documents.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Commissioners.
Commissioner Villarreal.
14A, acceptance and approval of permit with Hidalgo County Irrigation District Number 16 and authorization for the county judge to execute the permit. Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
14A2, approval for Hidalgo County to issue payment of $34,000 to Hidalgo County Irrigation District Number 16 for reimbursement of the district's expense related to the construction of Liberty Road Phase 1 project. Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Commissioner Torres.
Item 15A, requesting approval to name a 30-foot private road easement located between Lot 3 and Lot 4, Block 7, Santa Cruz Gardens Number 3, as Tres Garzas Service Road for 911 purposes, 911 purposes, as recommended by the LRGVDC 911 Department. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 15B, requesting approval to name a 30-foot private road easement out of Track 148, San Salvador del Tule Grant, Hidalgo County, Texas, as proposed Sage Service Road for 911 purposes, as recommended by the LRGVDC 911 Department. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Mr. Cruz.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. Sergio Cruz, Department of Budget and Management. Item 16A, 1 and 2 is requesting approval to submit the application for the Home to Texas UT Austin Summer Internship Program with a finding by the Commissioners Court that the program serves a public purpose by supporting UT students returning back to the county and the region in order to promote local employers, local employment, and the local economy, as well as approval to include a community support contribution in the amount of $5,000 for the same. We do recommend approval.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 16B, we're requesting an exemption from Section 3.1 of the county's accounts receivable collection and write-off policy, authorizing Precinct 2 staff to process reimbursement requests for the TxDOT projects as listed on the agenda. We do recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 16C, discussion, consideration, and action to approve the use of ARPA relief funds for the procurement of the Ultimate Chronos Group Human Resources Information System to improve workforce efficiency by integrating various HR functions into a unified system. We do recommend approval for this, Judge and Commissioners.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 16C, discussion, consideration, and action to approve the use of ARPA relief funds for the procurement of a first responder emergency vehicle to aid with the ongoing COVID-19 public health emergency by providing support in Hidalgo County's vaccination and testing efforts, particularly for the disadvantaged and most vulnerable Hidalgo County community members. We do recommend approval.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 16C, A and B, discussion, consideration, and action to approve the assistance to Rio Grande Valley College Nursing Program project under the Hidalgo County American Rescue Plan Act Healthcare Professionals Program, as well as the approval of the memorandum of understanding between the County of Hidalgo and Rio Grande Valley College for the assistance to Rio Grande Valley College Nursing Program, with authority for the county judge as authorized official to sign the required documents. We recommend approval, subject to final legal review.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 16C4, discussion, consideration, and approval of a memorandum of understanding between the County of Hidalgo and the Boys and Girls Club of FAR San Juan for the Hidalgo County Precinct 2 Boys and Girls Club Community Development Project, with authority for the county judge as authorized official to sign the memorandum of understanding. We do recommend approval, subject to final legal review.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 16C5, A and B, discussion, consideration, and action to approve the use of ARPA relief funds to the To Give International Community Development Project to address mental, social, and emotional health impacts of the COVID-19 public health emergency through the Fine Arts Program, as well as an approval to enter into a memorandum of understanding between the County of Hidalgo and Two Give International for the Two Give International Community Development Project, with authority for the county judge as authorized official to sign the required documents. We do recommend approval, subject to final legal review.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item 16C6, A and B, discussion, consideration, and action to approve the Boys and Girls Club of FAR San Juan Project Learn project under the Hidalgo County American Rescue Plan Act Educational Opportunity and Readiness Program, as well as approval to enter into a memorandum of understanding between the County of Hidalgo and the Boys and Girls Club of FAR San Juan for the Boys and Girls Club of FAR San Juan Project Learn, with authority for the county judge as authorized official to sign the required documents. We do recommend approval, subject to final legal review.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 16D1 is approval of 2022 appropriation of funds in the amount of $1,321,500 from the Road and Bridge unassigned fund balance for various Precinct 3 road and bridge programs. We do recommend approval.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 16D2 is approval of 2022 appropriation of funds into the Economic Development Program in the amount of $365,000. We recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And finally, item 16D3, A and B, is approval, requesting approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor in the amount of $357,418.42 from the Drainage District Number 1 on fiscal year 22, and approval of the appropriation of said funds in fiscal year 2022. We do recommend approval.
So
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Sergio, are you going to leave us a good picture of you so we can remember you often?
Yes, sir. I'll make sure and leave a picture so we can put it on the wall as well.
All right, you got it, you got it.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners. It's been a pleasure.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Well, we're going
Thank
to
you.
miss you a lot.
Likewise.
Purchasing Department, Mr. Belmades.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. Item 17A1, requesting approval to enter into a new ICA with Rio Grande Valley Communications Group, RGVCG, for radio service for our law enforcement department, subject to legal approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 17A2, requesting the authority to re-advertise and expand the pool of professional surveying services to increase participation among qualified vendors with expiration of said expansion to coincide with all proposals received, subject to purchasing and legal approval under RFQ 210784A TDL.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 17A3A, requesting approval of the following change order in connection with the construction of Hidalgo County Courthouse from contracted vendor Marganti Texas Inc. Change order MTI 74 for Fire Loop Island completion in the amount of $410,207.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And B, requesting authority for county judge or Mr. Vale Guerra, Hidalgo County CEO, owner, designated representative to sign required documents.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 17A4A, requesting authority to allocate Victoria Air Conditioning LTD with the Section 179D Energy Efficient Commercial Building Deduction for their energy efficient technical specifications implemented on the Hidalgo County Courthouse.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And B, requesting authority for the owner's designated representative, Mr. Vale Guerra, Hidalgo County CEO, to sign all required documents.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 17A5A, requesting approval of final negotiated professional engineering services agreement with Consor Engineers LLC in connection with the traffic engineering, consulting, and other services for the new Hidalgo County Courthouse project, subject to purchasing and legal review and approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And B, pursuant to Commissioners Court approval of professional engineering service agreement with Consular Engineer LLC, requesting approval of work authorization number 1 and the amount of $59,291 for the traffic engineering consulting and other services for the new Hidalgo County Courthouse project.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
17A6, requesting approval of supplemental agreement number 1 to work authorization number 1 under contract number 21-117-1130 with LNG Engineering for an additional 40 hours to revise the transportation improvement project tip sheets for new projects and revise the tip for existing projects for the RGV MPO.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much, Mr. Román.
Mr. Belmares,
Yes.
Judge, Commissioners, on item, the next item, B1, for the record, Commissioner Varela will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action. Mr. Belmares?
Item 17B1, requesting approval to execute amendment number 1 between Hidalgo County and Gregory Strategies LLC for consulting services to seek grant funding for Hidalgo County under contract number 21-3920316.
So move.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Let the record show that Commissioner Yardal abstained for voting or discussion in this matter.
Item 17C1, requesting action to nominate an evaluation committee for project number 220045 ABV for third-party administration for self-funded medical plan, pharmacy benefit service, group term life, and accidental death disbursement and EAP.
So move.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
They need to identify.
Yes.
Somebody need to identify who.
Hilda Salinas from my office.
Leo Longoria from my office.
Belinda Reyes for precinct 4?
David Suarez from Precinct 1.
Chief for precinct 2.
Do you want to go back and amend the motion to include the?
Make a motion to approve as
As
stated, as recommended
Second.
by the
Second.
court.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 17C2, requesting approval of sole bid received, meeting all specifications for the purpose of award and approval of the Contract 2 Legal Shield for prepaid post-tax voluntary legal services for county employees.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 17D1, requesting approval to purchase one 2022 Chevy Tahoe vehicle for emergency management through the buy board contract number 601-19 with Caldwell County Chevrolet in the total amount of $58,177.
So move.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Do we get a second? I'm sorry.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
17E1A, requesting approval of final negotiated professional engineering services agreement with Chanine Engineering LLC in connection with the Sunset Hill Park Pavilion project in precinct number 1, subject to purchasing and legal review and approval.
So move.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And B, pursuant to Commissioners Court approval of professional engineering service agreement with Chanine Engineering LLC, requested approval work authorization number 1 in the amount of $30,000 to provide professional engineering services for the Sunset Hill Park Pavilion project.
So move.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And C, pursuant to Article 14 of the current agreement under contract number 220013-03-08, requesting authority by Chanine Engineering LLC to engage subcontractors.
So move.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
17E2, requesting authority to procure installation services with Alanis Construction Company for the playground equipment at Precinct 1 Sunrise Hill Park in the amount of $49,950.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 17F1, requesting authority to advertise procurement packet for the construction of Las Milpas Road project located in Precinct 2, including re-advertising if applicable, subject to purchasing and legal approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
17G1, requesting approval of supplemental agreement number 4 to work authorization number 3 under contract C 12-246-1016 with LNG Engineering for the Liberty Road project from US 83 to Mile 3 to finalize the PS&E and add general project management during the construction phase, including overview of ongoing inspections, testing during construction in the amount of $312,000, increasing the original work authorization total to $2,689,452.82.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 17H1, approval work authorization number 1 under contract number 210519-12-28 with Terracon Consultants, Inc. for geotechnical testing services for Precinct 4 Waste Collection Station, Davis Road.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
17I1, the acceptance and approval of proposal received for the purchase of UKG Ready Equipment Software System from Kronos SHR Inc., a UKG company through their cooperative awarded contract through Omnia Partners, contract number 18221, and the total amount of $1,390,997.50, subject to final price verification and review by legal.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 17I2, requesting approval of service order number 021839-02 for contract number 173140326 with Foremost Telecommunications for service at a new location.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 17I3, requesting approval to enter into managed detection and response service through our membership with SHI under contract number DIR TSO 4291, awarded vendor Rapid7 N, the amount of $258,144 with authority to county judge to sign any required documentation.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
17I4A, requesting approval to rescind action taken by Commissioners Court on 2/8/2022 under agenda item A4445 for the renewal of software licenses through our membership with DIR TSO 4093 from Inside Public Sector in the amount of $60,047.70 due to the lack of price verification.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
B, authority to renew software license through our membership with Omnia Partners under contract number 4400006644 from Inside Public Sector, Inc. in the amount of $60,047.70 with clearance letter effective 2/3/2022 through 2/3/2023.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And C, requesting ratification of PO 844351 issued on 2/23/2022 in order to avoid any interruption of network security services.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
17I5, authority to renew the yearly SmartNet Cisco support system with Insight through cooperative contract number DIR TSO 4167 in the amount of $71,587.60 from 4/1/2022 through 3/31/2023.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Eduardo, do you need a break?
No, I'm good.
Okay, go ahead.
Where's the scene when you need it?
17J1, requesting exemption from competitive procurement requirement pursuant to Texas Local Government Code 262.024A7 and A, an item that can only be obtained from one source.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And B, requesting approval sole source declaration for Tech Data System for the purpose of entering into a service agreement for 1 year for tax offices CCR-1600 cash and coin recycler with authority for county judge or designee to sign.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
17K1, requesting approval and execution of an easement and right-of-way agreement with AEP Texas Inc. for the new construction of testing biosafety laboratory facility.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
17K2, requesting approval of the sole bid receipt meeting all specifications for the purpose of award and approval of the contract to Mid Valley Cemetery Inc., DBA Valverde Memorial Gardens for burial services and plots for unidentified pauper remains under contract number 21079203-08 with authority for the county judge to sign all required documentation.
So move.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
17L1, requesting approval to purchase 3 2022 Ford Explorers through the Goodbye contract number 22-22-8F000, awarded vendor Silsby Ford LLC in the amount of $91,851.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Mr. Belmares,
Yes.
Judge Commissioners, Ms. Fern McClurdy does have a participation form under item 17M. Ms. Fern?
Sat so long, I hurt. Well, my question was, and I would like y'all to explain, how long have we leased this building? And for the amount that I tried to add up, the $486,000 total for what we're doing, and I know that the county is constantly, well, we just talked about building a new facility. I know you bought the First National Bank's old building and stuff. Can we not do something to save some money here instead of, like I said, flushing it down the toilet? Can you explain anything about this?
Judge, Commissioners, if I may, under the participation, Ms. Fern, with respect to the item at hand, this was a big development corporation was the only bidder, and so we do need to provide the services. But in answer to the question that you asked, yes, I have communicated with the CSA Director, Mr. Longoria. I have had communications with the county judge with respect to finding a facility that would suit CSA's needs by way of the services that they're providing. Again, one of the challenges that we have is finding a central location for them. And second part, in answer to the question that you asked also, they have been at that facility. Fern, the only way I can answer that is I've been here 36 plus years, and that's essentially the location that I'm familiar with.
Why don't we let Mr. Longoria, who actually recommended this.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. Jaime's on the line. I apologize.
Go ahead, Jaime.
Yes, Judge, Mr. Guerra, thank you so much. I can tell you, Fern, that categorically it's been 30-plus years. I've been here 7, and it's been a lot more than that, that this agency has been at this location. We're actively looking, number one, to upgrade and working with the current landlord to upgrade the facility to better suit the needs of our facility. At the same time, we've kept our eyes and ears open for other venues that we might be able to provide services from. So this is something that's on our radar, and we will continue to do what's best for this agency and work with my bosses to see how we can better accommodate this.
Okay, because you mentioned, well, the central location, North Edinburgh, central location to what? To Edinburgh or for the county?
No, central location with respect to this area, because this is the services provided. Everyone that utilizes those services are very familiar with this location.
Okay.
And so we're trying to find a location in this area so as not to disrupt the
flow of
what people
people
are used to with respect to going.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Longoria, and I apologize. I did not know that you were still on, so.
You're welcome.
Mr. Belmares?
Okay, 17M1, presentation of the
take
qualified
action?
sole response received from Vic Development Corp. for the purpose to award the bid and approval of contract for the Community Service Agency lease of office space in the Edinburgh area under contract number 2200190308.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion and second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
17M2A, requesting authority to advertise the procurement packet for professional architectural services for the assessment of roofs as allowed under the CSBG Program Disaster Relief Supplemental Funds, including re-advertising if applicable, subject to purchasing and legal review and approval.
So
Motion to
moved.
approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And B, requesting authority to advertise the procurement packet for reconstruction of roofs after assessment is finalized as allowed under the CSBG Program Disaster Relief Supplemental Funds, including re-advertising if applicable, subject to purchasing and legal review and approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge, if I may intervene just for just a second, this is Jaime Longoria. I just wanted to say thank you to the purchasing department and Mr. Belmares for undertaking the two items that he just listed, the advertising for professional services and for taking on this project. If you remember, last year we received some funding to assist families in the Monte Alto, La Villa area with the kind of fixing their roofs after those big storms in 2019. We really struggled during the procurement process. Our limited staff and the limited resources that we had to kind of undertake that part of the project. We worked with Mr. Belmares, about a couple weeks ago, and he jumped at the opportunity to be able to assist and to do this portion for us. So thank you very much, Mr. Belmares, for your services.
You're welcome, sir. Item 17N, requesting the authority for the re-roofing of the Hidalgo County Administration building located at 2804 Southwest Highway 281 through awarded TIPS Cooperative Contract 211001 with Real United Builders LLC in the amount of $169,527.32, including payment and performance bond.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 1701, requesting approval to terminate contract under contract 2107650208 with Rosa Isela Martinez pursuant to paragraph 5 of agreement for consulting services for researching, developing, writing, obtaining, and administrating of grants due to services no longer needed.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
17P1A, requesting approval to rescind action taken by Commissioners Court on 10/19/2021 under agenda item 82743 for the purchase of 12 4RE standard DVR camera system and its peripherals with WatchGuard Inc. through buy board contract 568-18 for $59,410 due to inability to price verify all items through buy board.
So moved.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And B, requesting authority to purchase 12 4RE standard DVR camera system and its peripherals with WatchGuard Inc. through Sourcewell number 010720 WCH for total amount of $59,390.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
17Q1, requesting authority to advertise procurement packets for the following projects, including re-advertising if applicable, subject to purchasing and legal approval. Project number 210790 for title company services for countywide. 220053, purchase a mobile unit for WIC program. And 220123, food for adult detention center countywide.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
That's all I have. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Eduardo.
Yes.
Item 18.
Judge, Commissioners, with your permission, item 18A1, new courthouse project updates. Judge, Commissioners, we will have a presentation, update presentation at our next Commissioners Court by Jacobs. There is no action on item 18A2 and/or 3. 18B has been acted upon. 18C has been acted upon. 18D, I'm asking approval to accept the settlement check from Farmers Insurance Company in the amount of $3,521.67 to settle a property damage to county property, a fence.
Have a motion, please.
Motion made.
Have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item E is approval to accept settlement check from Empower Insurance Company in the amount of $8,338.38 to settle an auto accident claim with one of our county vehicles.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item F is authorization for County Judge Richard F. Cortez to sign the certification by state or local official PHA plans consistency with consolidated plan form for 2022 annual plan to be submitted by the Hidalgo County Housing Authority as required by U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item 19, Judge Commissioners, I will take up after closed session.
Okay. That moves us to closed session pursuant to Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, sections under Section 551.071, 551.072, 551.074, 551.087. We'll be retiring in closed session to discuss those items. Any action to be taken will be taken in open court when we return. It is 11:38. I have a motion to do so.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, we're back from closed session. We do have some action items to take.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners. I'm going to go back to item 19, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding A, county response to disaster health emergency. 1, CARES Act and American Rescue Plan Act funds. There's no specific action to be taken today. B, measures necessary to preserve public health and safety. There has been some action item taken on the agenda by use of the ARPA funds. And item C, direction regarding county government operations, including but not limited to the essential functions. Judge Commissioners, we continue to follow the recommended CDC guidelines. We continue to work with our facilities management in addressing any issues that arise as a result of the pandemic. Again, the health and safety of our constituents and our employees providing that service is first and foremost. So if I might go to item 22. Item 22A, real estate acquisition appropriation for same. Just proceed as directed. Item 22B, pending and or potential litigation, there's no action to be taken. 22C, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding response to public health emergency. There has been action already been addressed under DBM. Item 22D, cause number 0640-22, Rosalinda Merrill, individually and doing business as Big Valley Mobile Home and RV Park versus Hidalgo County. Judge Commissioners, I'd like to refer back to item 21. 21A is requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements under Texas Local Government Code, Section 2620248, a professional service for the provision of legal services representation in connection with litigation. If I could have a motion to that effect.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item 21B, engagement with the firm of the law office of Rick Perez for the provision of legal service representation in connection with litigation and authority to submit letter of engagement subject to compliance with House Bill 1295, and that is specific to agenda item 22D, cause number C0640-22-C, Rosalinda Merrill individually and doing business as Big Valley Mobile Home and RV Park versus Hidalgo County.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 22E, cause number C21-2369-E, Lisa Marie Cantu versus County of Hidalgo will proceed as directed. Item 22F, cause number CL21-1717-G, Humberto Martinez et al. Versus County of Hidalgo will proceed as directed. Item 22G, cause number C0699-20E, Jose Felipe Nunes et al. Versus Hidalgo County, we will proceed as directed. Item 22H is a claim of Robert Barrera. Judge Commissioners, I'd like settlement authority to make an offer in the amount of $4,279.90. If accepted, I will ask the auditor's office to make a check payable to Geico County Mutual Insurance Company.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item 22I, Hidalgo County versus Cesar Garcia. Judge Commissioners, I'd like to assign this, or this will be assigned to Ms. Josephine Ramirez's office, our DA Civil Litigation for subrogation. We could have a motion to that effect?
So motion made. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge Commissioners, there's no need to go back to closed session, no action on item 23, and no action on item 24. I believe we've addressed all agenda items, so we have adjournment.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are adjourned.
See you guys at stop.